The following podcast is a part of RadioMisfits.com. And now it's time for the Mr. Nailsin Show. This is a Nailsin News Bulletin. Janitor with incurable STD urinated into water bottles, allegedly infected more than a dozen women at doctors' offices. God. So, what's his deal? Man, he's really pissy, isn't he? A janitor in Texas is heading to prison for urinating into water bottles and rinsing his private parts in them, with more than a dozen women coming forward and accusing him of giving them a sexually transmitted disease at doctors' offices where he worked. Lucio Diaz, 50, was sentenced to 6 years in prison. 6 years only? I mean, after pleading guilty to only one, of his alleged urine attacks on a woman he worked with at an office in the Houston area. Oh boy, he worked with her, huh? Yeah. Got some kind of obsession going on. The 54-year-old victim contracted herpes simplex 1 virus from Diaz after he tainted an office water dispenser and water bottles she brought home from work. Good Lord. God. You will have my taint in you. You will. Cops confirmed through urinalysis that Diaz was behind the disgusting acts and that he was also caught on hidden camera. This individual is a sick man, the unidentified woman said while describing what was caught on camera. Diaz pulls out his penis and puts his penis in my bottle. Basically rinses his penis in the water. I learned I acquired a sexually transmitted disease for which he also tested positive for. Diaz was charged with indecent assault and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. His dick, with his bodily fluids being considered the weapon as they contained an incurable STD. So she's stuck with this shit because this weirdo had some thing for her, you know. His acts were discovered after the victim and others came forward and reported smelling urine in their water and on their personal bottle. So I guess you didn't smell it at first. You took a swig and you're like, oh, what's that smell? This tastes funny. Holy crap. Well, he gave me an STD I will have for the rest of my life, the victim said. Nothing is going to change it. Nothing will make it better for me. In fact, I feel like for the rest of my life, I will have to be careful. You know, and a guy who's clearly got some weird sexual obsession with this woman, in his eyes, he won, you know, because, yeah, part of me will always be with you. Yeah. That's the, one of the sad factors here. At least 13 women have reportedly come forward over the past 3 years and accused Diaz of spreading herpes and hepatitis A to them, with 4 of them teaming up for a lawsuit that was filed against him and one of the office buildings where he worked in. Women from at least 2 different offices in the Houston area have reportedly come forward. The civil suit reportedly named one of the building's owners, its management company, the maintenance company, and the cleaning company that Diaz worked for. The status of the suit as of March 2025 is unclear. Well, you got to wonder how much vetting was done. Does he have a record? You know, was there some weird perversions going on? But how many of them are the type, you know what? I don't know that I'd ever win her over to like me, but I could certainly stick my dick into her water bottle. You know, the water bottle openings are not that big. Oh. They have a duty to protect their tenants, and they wholly failed in those responsibilities, Attorney Kim Spurlock said. And well, you know, there is something to that, but you'll have to make the case of how they could have known and whatnot, especially if this guy has some record and, not seeing it. Well, it's possible he was obsessed with this one woman, but odds are he's pissed off at all women because they wouldn't play with his pee-pee. But now, his pee-pee will play with them.
This has been a Nailsin News Bulletin. You're listening to the Mr. Nailsin Show here on RadioMisfits.com. This is a Nailsin News Bulletin.
New Orleans woman charged with murder after Super Bowl reporter was found dead in hotel. Police announced a murder charge. Well, they waited this long, against a woman they alleged drugged and robbed a reporter from Kansas City who was in town for the Super Bowl in February. Adon Manzano was found dead in a Kenner hotel room on February 5th after he was seen walking in with the suspect, Danette Colbert. Manzano's phone and credit card were missing from the room, but were reportedly later found at Colbert's home. Police called Colbert a career criminal who has allegedly committed similar crimes on other victims. She was arrested at the time for property crimes, including robbery and bank fraud. At a press conference on Tuesday, March 18th, Jefferson Parish Coroner Dr. Jerry Savanovich shared that Manzano died from the combined toxic effects of alcohol and Xanax, along with positional asphyxia from lying face down in a pillow. Oh, jeez, Danette, what the hell? His manner of death remains undetermined. Well, I imagine he was so zonked out, and if he was laying, face down, and the asphyxia, there you go. Anyway, according to Vidovanovich, Manzano's blood alcohol level was 0.232, nearly 4 times the legal limit. He also had not an insignificant amount of Xanax in his system. Savanovich explained that while Manzano's Xanax level was not as high as some overdose cases, the lethal amount goes way down when the anti-anxiety drug is combined with alcohol and other central nervous system depressants. Even though most overdose cases are ruled accidental, Savanovich said he and his office said Manzano's manner of death was undetermined because of the uncertain circumstances of this case. Kenner Police Chief Keith Connolly also spoke at the press conference and announced the arrest of Colbert's alleged accomplice, Ricky White. He was located in Hollywood, Florida, and has been charged with the same property crimes as Colbert. Police obtained a warrant to arrest Colbert on a charge of second-degree murder. So she was rebooked into the Jefferson Parish Jail on that charge. We don't want her to see the light of day again, Connolly said. But there you go. Odds are she doped the guy up, he passed out, and she used Xanax. They were drinking. I mean, you got to look, does Manzano have a prescription for Xanax? Well, if you clear that up, then you can pretty much figure out that she's the source of the Xanax, and that's what she used. And in the previous crimes, did she dope up the other idiot Johns with Xanax? And there you go. She's doing that. So that's probably how it all went. And, second-degree murder because, well, she didn't really intend to kill the guy because she was just robbing the other guys, too, when she doped him up. And, whoops, you probably should have noticed he was, had his face buried into the pillow. And he's going to need that air passage open to get air in. Without it, well, you die. Oh, well, Colbert, you screwed up this time around. But you just kept doing what you did. And now you're done.
This has been a Nailsin News Bulletin. Nailsin Productions comes a space opera adventure like no other. Bubba Stargone and the Uranus Patrol!
Storage? What's it all locked up for? Well, we gotta make space for whatever this secret mission is. They're gonna fill it all up with equipment or something. I don't know. Mum's the word. Need to know. Blah, blah, blah. So just sit tight. Yeah, I'll go get this thing all set up.
All right, but oh no!
What the hell's the matter now?
I gotta sit on the crapper. Oh,
the crapper? We don't have a crapper no more. They had to gut that room to give space for the equipment they're gonna put in it. Oh man, hang on, maybe I can find a bucket. Jeez, there's gotta be something around here. Oh no, not on the floor. What the hell kind of diet is that?
And there you have it, Bubba. Thanks to Captain Snuff's sufficient crew and drone system, your cargo holds are now nearly perfectly filled with atomic missiles. And the rest, of course, your crew will have to figure out where to put them in the rooms you've made available, of course. After all of that, you will depart for the rendezvous point. We'll put out a fake message that we're having technical problems while you await, leaving you the perfect bait for the Martian armada to strike.
Yeah, and that's where we can escape, right? Before the whole thing goes up in smoke.
Oh, yeah, don't worry, Bubba. Of course, we'll teleport you out of there.
Will we 100% on that?
Oh, there's no doubt about it, Bubba. We're going to utilize my pinhole wormhole technology to teleport the crew out through that. Oh, you can count on that technology because, well, I invented it.
Remember the last time you tried that and Admiral Johnny Ray went crazy with cosmic god powers, and then me, Booze, and Pristine ended up in a parallel universe for a while, I don't really care to do that again, but then again, I don't care to get scattered and splattered everywhere in space either.
Oh, that was just the growing pains of learning new technology, and, mistakes help you learn, and I learned a lot, and if it makes you feel any better, I'll be staying here on the Edsel with the rest of you, and we'll be guiding our teleportation from here.
Admiral Thing, it was my understanding that Dr. Saris Lear would be joining us on my ship.
Yeah, well, teleportation, pinhole wormholes, that's all his baby. He wants to play with it, so, let him have his fun. And besides, it really spices the bait by having Dr. Saris Lear actually present upon the Edsel, drawing in the Martians. All right, I guess we're done here. Let's head back.
Yeah, I guess there's no time like the present to start this shit show.
Lieutenant Ludi, if I might have a moment of your time?
Of course, Captain. How can I help you?
Well, Dr. Saris Lear remaining on the Edsel is an unexpected event here, so Magnus Rex is going to be depending on you to secure the good doctor.
What? I've no idea what you're talking about.
Cut the crap, Lieutenant. Corsi, high-ranking commanding officer within Star Patrol, being removed for the Martians, would certainly be given insight as to the other mole, so close to Dr. Lear. So you understand your position, and Magnus Rex is expecting you to carry it out.
Hey, Looney, what's the holdup? Come on, we gotta get to the bridge.
Right, Bubba, right behind you.
Hey, come on, Looney. I could see what's going on between you and Captain Snuff stuff.
What? I mean, don't be ridiculous.
He totally busted a move on you, didn't he?
What?
Hey, look, to a certain extent, I understand. I mean, you walk that fine ass around in those tight pants. That poor bastard can't help himself, you know. But hey, don't sweat it. I trust you, Ludi. I trust you implicitly.
Oh, Bubba, listen,
Ah, shit. Now what? This is Dr. Hatfield. I'm putting the ends in a medical lockdown. We've got a dangerous predatory creature loose on the ship. Oh, man, what the hell? Hey, Booze, it's Bubba. Where in the hell could a predatory creature come from out here? Well, Bubba, it came from Texas. Oh, no! Treachery and monsters aboard the Edsel. Where will it all end? Perhaps we'll find out in the next exciting episode of Bubba Stargone and the Uranus Patrol.
Bubba Stargone and the Uranus Patrol is written and performed by me, Douglas Nelson, with music provided by Kevin MacLeod and other public domain sources.
Beginnings end for you, a look I send for you, a tale I've tongue for you, the doing this undone. I'll never smile to ask each and every why, but I can see nowhere will fly for me or you. Oh, I can't see nowhere will fly for me or you.
This is a Nelson News Bulletin.
Dad invited 31-year-old Florida man to share a bedroom with his 15-year-old daughter. A Missouri dad thought his teenage daughter was talking to a nice guy online. Oh, jeez. And allegedly invited him to come live with them, even though that guy was 31 years old. Hey, this is like the setup of a sitcom, isn't it? Frederick Copping, 47, was arrested on March 14th, along with Travis Kalkbrenner, 31, the Florida man who called Copping's 15-year-old daughter his girlfriend. According to a probable cause statement, police were called to the home in response to a possible domestic incident. The arrest warrant was for Copping, said that when Cole County Sheriff's Office deputies arrived, they observed that the teenager was extremely intoxicated. And according to the local affiliate, she claimed to be 22 years old. Deputies soon found out that she was 15, and her living situation raised some eyebrows. All right. According to Copping's arrest warrant, he explained to police that his daughter had been talking to Kalkbrenner for a few years. Few? And usually few can count as 3. So, that's 12? Good Lord. Oh, anyway, on the internet, where all the good stuff happens. And the two communicated on the Discord app, including video chats. I'll bet. Copping told police that Kalkbrenner seemed like a nice guy and allegedly invited the man to move into his home with his underage daughter. Copping stated that he believed Kalkbrenner was 25 or 26 years old. Oh, well, that changes everything. But reportedly admitted that he wasn't sure. So at least Kalkbrenner didn't say, hey, man, I'm 16. No. The probable cause statement, as well as the warrant, described how Copping and his daughter allegedly drove to Florida to get Kalkbrenner. Good God. I mean, is he just this big of a pushover for his daughter? You know, to where, Daddy, I love him. All right, honey. Okay. When the trio arrived back at their Russellville home in Missouri, Copping allegedly provided the boyfriend with condoms. Jeez, Louise, look, whatever you got to do, keep her occupied. I can't take her crap anymore. And told Kalkbrenner, you better not get her pregnant. Or what, Dad? What? Copping was also asked by police about his daughter's alleged intoxicated state. According to the warrant, he said, well, she has this habit of getting into his alcohol, and hey, I can't control that. According to the probable cause statement, deputies said that Kalkbrenner allegedly admitted to several sexual encounters with the teenager, whom he thought was 22 years old. Well, now here's the thing. This is quite the conundrum. Her father comes to get him from Florida and drive him back to Missouri to live with them. You know, and he may have a solid case. I really thought she was 22. You know. So, geez, there's a lot of toys here in your room. Kalkbrenner was charged with first-degree rape, first-degree sodomy, 2 counts of statutory rape, 1 count of first-degree sexual abuse, and 1 count of 4th-degree child molestation. He's being held at the Cole County Jail without bond. He's due in court on March 21st, whatever. Copping was charged with child abuse, first-degree endangering the welfare of a child, first-degree accessory to rape, first-degree accessory to, good Lord, 2 counts of second-degree accessory to statutory rape, 1 count of first-degree accessory to sexual. Hey, that's true. He is an accessory. He provided the condom. He said, go at it. And he's got nothing. I mean, the other guy said, look, I really believed she was 22. But the father, no, he knew she was 15. But, hey, look, she's 22 in her mind. Whatever, you know. And 4th-degree accessory to child molestation. During his video arraignment on March 17th, he pled not guilty to all charges. Yeah, that'll work. He is also being held at the Cole County Jail without bond. Well, then, you know, him and the very nice guy can hang out and talk about, hey, man, where do you think we messed up? So the lesson here is don't let 30-year-olds date your 15-year-old.
This has been a Nailsin News Bulletin. The views and opinions expressed during the Mr. Nailsin Show do not necessarily reflect those held by RadioMisfits.com. So, any complaints and or comments should be sent to @Mr. Nailsin on Twitter, where they will be promptly ignored and or blocked.